Well, I can't believe it, guys. December, we're halfway through. We're halfway through. I don't understand. I feel like just the other day it was the first. We're not doing anything. We come here, we're trapped in our houses, we can't go anywhere, and time is moving incredibly quickly. Reg, here's the question. Reggie, what even is time?
You know, it's a good question. It's really the only thing that makes me feel like, I guess, I'm here.
Yeah. Are we here, though?
I don't think we are. I think we're experiencing this from a very distant place, but it's fun.
Do you think, genuinely, because do you remember when Neil deGrasse Tyson
totally.
was here?
I reference this all the time.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was on the show, and we were saying, he was saying, none of us are here, none of this is real.
Yeah.
We're all just living a simulation of something else. And he said, I'll never forget, he said to us, he said, ants in an ant farm don't know that they're in an ant farm.
Yeah.
They think that's the world.
Yes.
And I was like, so hang on, is it a simulation? Or he was like, the chances of you being here and me being here and any of this is real, or the fact that you think you've got free will is absurd. So I robbed a bank. I did. I went straight out. I was like, well, if none of this is real, it's fine. Robbed a bank, got away with it.
Yeah.
They got away with it. $36,000 I got in cash.
Wow.
Two bags. One was fine. The other one I opened up, covered in ink. Binned that. Yeah. I bought a lot of Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at some headlines. It's official. Attorney General Bill Barr is resigning. Barr met with the president last night and said that he will leave office next week. Maybe now he'll have the time to finally read that Mueller report. Bill Barr has resigned as Attorney General, as opposed to before, when Barr was simply resigned to his fate of defending every stupid thing that Donald Trump has ever said. I looked at this. Barr and Trump, they couldn't have been that close. They couldn't have been close. Otherwise Barr would have got coronavirus. Like, he's the only one who didn't get COVID. I mean, he was never in there. But his resignation letter didn't go into much detail, but Barr did say that he plans to spend more time being mistaken for Elton John with regular glasses. Trump announced Barr's resignation on Twitter, writing, "Just had a very nice meeting with Attorney General Bill Barr at the White House. Our relationship has been a very good one. He's done an outstanding job. Bill will be leaving just before Christmas to spend the holidays with his family. Our condolences to Bill Barr's family at this difficult time." That is a pretty glowing review coming from Trump. I've never seen him be that nice, which I think could only mean one thing. Barr must have some really sordid, blackmailable material on Trump.
Yes.
The new interim Attorney General will be Jeff Rosen, or as Trump calls him, less hot Mike Pence. Meanwhile, last night, Joe Biden gave a speech shortly after the Electoral College confirmed his victory, and he took lots of veiled and not-so-veiled swipes at President Trump.
In America, politicians don't take power. People grant power to them. The flame of democracy was lit in this nation a long time ago. And we now know nothing, not even a pandemic or an abuse of power, can extinguish that flame.
I'm not sure. I feel like he was directing that at Donald Trump. And this was nice. Biden's team, they've actually already repurposed that clip as a way to try and appeal to young Americans.
The flame of democracy was lit.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Later in the same speech, Biden explained how Trump used every legal recourse he had available to him and that was still shot down each time.
They're heard by more than 80 judges across this country, and in every case, no cause or evidence was found to reverse or question or dispute the results.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you trust the courts. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. When he heard this, Trump was like, yeah, I've used every legal recourse available to me, but I haven't even started on the illegal recourses yet. You wait. I like that Biden stating facts is the new ultimate diss. He's like, he lost his lawsuits, there was no voter fraud, eggnog is, let's be honest, a little too rich. But I like this Biden. I like a fired-up Biden. I like when he just speaks, he just says it. You know, I bet after this he walked off stage, cracked open a sarsaparilla with his fake teeth, chugged the whole thing in one gulp, crushed the can on his head, and let's move on. Let's get out of here. Meanwhile, President Trump still refuses to concede. According to one insider, Trump has decided that he will avoid saying that he lost, and instead, to save face, he will say that he, quote, didn't win. That guy's got an answer for everything, except how to prove election fraud. Trump then added, and it's not that I won't be president, it's just that I'll stop not being president. And did you guys see this? Earlier today, the FDA confirmed that Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective, which means we may have 2 approved vaccines by the end of the week. I mean, inject this news straight into my veins, Reggie. Yeah. I'm going to get both. I'm going to get both. Pfizer, Moderna. Bang! Let's go.
Yeah.
Pfizer, Moderna. Let's get at them. That's what I reckon.
It's time for a vaxcation.
Yeah. Are you gonna get it, the vaccine, when it's available? Are you gonna get it?
I'm gonna max out the vax.
Yeah, max the vax.
Yeah,
Hashtag max the vax.
Max the vax.
Yeah, yeah. Cheers, man. Yeah. Even though the FDA has confirmed that both vaccines are safe, it's going to take no time for people to pick a favourite and feel like they know what they're doing. Like, oh, you had the Pfizer? Oh, no way. I'm 100% Moderna. I don't trust that Pfizer one bit. I'm all Moderna. But Pfizer and Moderna, they're basically like the PS5 and Xbox Series X of the vaccine world. So it doesn't matter which one you want, you're not getting either until June. And we wanted to show you this. A woman in Australia bought a pre-made gingerbread house only to discover later that the home already had a resident. Look at this. It's a massive huntsman spider. I like my gingerbread to have a bite, but that's too much for me. It is. It sounds like it's from like the goth version of 12 Days of Christmas. Instead of a partridge in a pear tree, they got a spider in a gingerbread house. Must have been frightening when they heard about this, but then Australians were like, oh, you mean Steve, the stocking spider? Nah, that's an Australian Christmas tradition, mate. Don't worry about that, mate. That's just Steve. Get in the ute and get out of here, man. Come on, watch your strides. And finally, a family in Kansas is warning other parents after they hid their elf-on-the-shelf dolls inside the oven, but then forgot that they were there, and they turned the oven on later in the day. And here are the dolls when they were first hidden. Look at that, very cute. And here they are after the oven was turned on. Well, I hope Dad's frozen lasagna was worth it. But it's not a total loss. They're already making a Christmas horror movie about the whole thing, Nightmare on Elf Street.